सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। Yeah. See, why do we do 2-3 bhajans before the class and these invocation slokas? Because we were doing something before coming to the class. Several things were running in the mind, doing something. Then suddenly come to the class. To collect the mind to focus is not immediate. Therefore, through these bhajans, through these invocation chantings, you collect the mind and available to listen from the beginning. That is the reason. So this I am telling because some people may think it's okay, I will go after the bhajan, after this thing, but they have a purpose. This is why you must also tell your children, even if they don't believe in God, when they write the exam, 1 minute they should close their eyes and pray or just concentrate so that the mind gets collected and comes back. Yeah. Now, we were talking about all that is below the vasanas, Om above and vasanas next. Below that, BMI, PFT, OET. We were saying all this BMI, PFT, OET are nothing but that Omkara reflected in the vasanas. So the whole thing is a reflection, like the dream world, not real. Our BMI, our PFT, our OET, exactly like in the dream world, a reflection, not real. So now, this information has two aspects. One is, it's not real, all problems belong to that, therefore I don't have to worry. It's not real. But you will go on worrying still, till you get some positive prop. Now, if there is shadow, there should be light. There cannot be shadow without a light. So shift the attention from the shadow to the light. How do I shift? In between vasanas are there. That is only shown in the picture like that. That Om which is on the top of the vasanas is all pervading. It's there all around. It's shown on the top, but it is there all around. So just see the source of your thought. See that which makes all your activities possible. That is called consciousness. That is called life. That is called light. So two aspects. Negate all that you are not, shadow. Assert the light. Negate all shadow, assert the light. This is all called meditation. This is called meditation. Continuously we have to do. Continuously thoughts are coming, disturbing us. Continuously this suggestion has to go. Right? I am not this, I am this. I am not this, neti, neti, neti. Naiti, naiti, naiti. I am this, I am this. Aham Brahmasmi. Chidananda Rupaha. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. Chidananda Rupaha. Shivoham, Shivoham, Shivoham. This should be continuous. If this is continuous for some time, say 2-3 years, knowledge you should get as I am talking. That you are that consciousness because of which you are able to hear, I am able to speak. Everything else is object, that is the subject. You should be able to feel that. But these vasanas still go on troubling you for some time, even after knowledge. So those vasanas have to be reduced. This is the process. I am not this, I am not this, I am this, I am this. This is called abhyasa. So for that sake, Acharya Sri Shankara has taken up discussion of what we are not, so that we try to detach what all we are not. And what is left over after detaching is me. What is left over after detaching is me. Right? Some lady lost her husband and they made a complaint to the king. They brought 10 people and asked her to identify. In those days, she can't tell the name and she can't also point out the finger. So, in those days, right? So, they asked her, is this your husband? Nodded head. That she can do. No. 9 times nodded. All gone. 10 times they didn't even ask because he is the husband. All negated. Likewise, you negate all. What is left over is me, because that cannot be negated, unfortunately. I cannot be negated. Right? So something disturbs you. It's not you, because it's come. Disturbance was not there all the time with you. It has come from somewhere. Therefore, it's not you. It will go. What comes have to go. 3 o'clock, all of us meet in June. 4 o'clock, all of us to leave, cut off. Right? Otherwise, who will come to the class? Right? So, therefore, all the meditation is this. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chittani, naham. I am not the mind. I am not the intellect. I am not the ego. I am not the memory. All my sorrows belong to these. Even the sorrows of the body, etc., are experienced only at the level of the mind. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chittani, naham. I am not this, I am not this, I am not this. Nacha bhuta sangaha, not this body, collection of 5 elements. Right? Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivu. This has to be continuously done. Continuous. Continuous. Why continuous? Only when I am worried I will do. No, if you are not worried, you are enjoying something. That enjoyment will bring you sorrow. It is the, what they call it, pilot. All your enjoyments are pilots for the sorrow to follow. Right? All your enjoyment. Why are you so negative? Okay, tell me something that you have no value will give you sorrow. Tell me something that which you have no value give me sorrow, give you sorrow. Only that what you have value will give you sorrow. Okay? You have value for something, it's not their sorrow. It has left, its opposite has come sorrow, but all connected to the value that you have. The concept of sukha that you have. The concept of sukha that you have. Therefore, where do I find my happiness? Yes, as long as you are asking this question, where do I find? Searching, you won't get it. Stop searching and look in yourself. You are sleeping. In sleep, you are absolute happiness. You are that happiness. What made sleep different from now? In sleep, you detach from your mind. That's all. Now also you detach from your mind. How to detach from the mind? Arey, so simple. You are doing it all the time in the class. You are all the time doing it in the class. Right? Detach by trying to attach to something else. So, this process Bhagavan Shankara has taken up and trying to analyze each kosha. Sorry, I need little more light. 1 minute, I'll put the light and come. So he has negated. Before negation, I have to tell you what is this kosha we've been talking. Kosha is called sheath. Kosha is called sheath. What is a sheath? You put a sword into some case. That case is called sheath. Something protected by something outer. This Atman is so precious. It needs protection. And it is too precious, so it needs 5 layers. All our temples are that. 5 prakaras are 5 layers, koshas. Then you go to the Garbhagruha. There it is dark, vasanas. And in that is Shiva or Krishna. And then you bring your knowledge, light, and he reveals to you. All our temples, according to Agama Shastra, is a replica of the human personality. So that is the kosha. You come to the temple, you leave kosha by kosha. You come to meet God in you, detached from kosha, from kosha, from kosha, from kosha. So these are the koshas that is called. Kosha means sheath. 3 bodies only subdivided into 5 koshas. What are the 3 bodies? Annamaya, Deha, body, Deha, Sharira. That is the outermost physical body. Inside it is Manomaya, mind. That this is called Sthula Sharira, that is called Sukshma Sharira. Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira. Both of them are manifestations of your vasanas causal body. Karana Sharira, Sthula Sharira, Sukshma Sharira, Karana Sharira. Sthula Sharira is the body, Sukshma Sharira is the mind, intellect, etc., etc. We'll get into all those details here. So I need not tell you. You just now should get only an outline. Everything is coming here, only an outline. Because we are using these terms constantly, body and kosha. All of us are made up of 4 dimensions. All of us have 4 dimensions. One is the real being, Om. That needs to transact. For transaction, that Om itself splits into different entities. First instruments, body, mind, intellect. Body, mind, intellect, BMI. Then the world with which it has to interact. Objects, emotions, thoughts, OET. When BMI transact with OET, it becomes the individual PFT, perceiver, feeler, thinker. It's also called ego. All this is possible, and also the reflection of that Om. That reality alone appears like this. It splits itself out of its own will and volition through the vasanas. There is no real split because it's only a shadow. So your doubt, one boy beautifully asked me in Dubai, 9 years or 8 years. I was talking to them Bhaja Govindam, so I was telling them, explaining Govinda, whatever changes is not real. What doesn't change alone is real. That boy asked me, Bhagavan also takes avatar, so he's not real. Because he's changing. 9-year-old boy. Bhagavan also takes avatar, so is he not real? Because the avatara itself is not real. Avatara itself is the shadow of the original through his Mola Prakriti. He reflects through the Mola Prakriti. He reflects through the Mola Prakriti. He alone is real. In us also, this life alone is real. This body, mind, intellect are all apparent. Are all apparent. It's necessary for transactional world. What is real, what is apparent? That which is there all the 3 periods of time, like the life in me, existence in me. It's there in the past, it's there in present, it will be there in the future. That is called Sat, because Trikala Abhadita Vastu. That which is not affected in all the 3 periods of time. What is Asat? That which is never there, like the sky flower, like the horn of a man, is never there. Asat. Then what is this world? Sat or Asat? It can neither be said Sat because it's changing. It cannot be said Asat also because it is experienced. It's a combination of real and unreal. Real Satchidananda, unreal names and forms. Unreal names and forms. So that is this BMI, PFT, OET, which further divided into 5 koshas, 3 only, but they have subdivisions. The body has the Annamaya kosha, that what you see made up of food. Annamaya kosha, that which is made up of food. The outer body, what you see. And then inside there is this air moving and doing 5 different types of activities. One air, functionally, it splits into 5. Prana, apana, vyana, samana, udana. Receiving stimuli, responding to stimuli, digesting and distribution. All these are 5 functions of the prana. Annamaya, pranamaya together is called the gross sthula sharira. It's called sthula sharira. Then inside mind, you receive the stimuli through the mind. What is this? Is it good or bad? You go on thinking. That which receives the stimuli but cannot decide for itself. That's called the manomaya kosha. That which gives decision, guidance to this manomaya kosha is called the intellectual sheath. Vijnanamaya kosha. Together is called sukshma sharira. Together is called sukshma sharira. Then the vasanas. That is called karana sharira. That's called anandamaya kosha, because when you have detached from the sthula sharira, sukshma sharira in sleep, what is there is pure consciousness. Of course, covered by this karana sharira, and since there are no disturbing duality, you experience happiness. Therefore, this causal body is called Anandamaya Sharira. Anandamaya Kosha. Sthula Sharira, Annamaya, Pranamaya. Sukshma Sharira, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. Karana Sharira, Anandamaya Kosha. Okay. So this is the Panchakosha Vivarana. It's explained in 2 ways. One starts from top to bottom. Top to bottom. Right? Like Lalita's chart, which she sent. It starts from top to bottom. Even our BMI is like that. Top to bottom. Om is on the top, Vasanas, BMI, BFT, OET. This helps us to know from gold something comes, it has to be gold. So from Om, this BMI has come, it's nothing but that Om only. That has nothing but that Om only. So from top to bottom we explain. To make you understand, these shariras and koshas are also nothing but that Om. Then, now in Vyavahara you are involved. You have to detach. From detachment from outer body, detach, focus on the prana, detach, focus on the mind, detach, focus on the intellect, detach. You come to a blankness, vasanas, detach, you feel the light. So, 2 types. One is top to bottom, that is unknown to the known. The other is known to the unknown. This meditation, 2 processes. Unknown to the known, top to bottom. Other is known, bottom to top. Therefore, don't get confused. Lalita sent a chart, Linika sent a chart, both are same. One way of describing is top to bottom. Another way of describing is bottom to top. This is 5 koshas. Okay. Now I will rush through and finish up Vivekachudamani today. Ah. Where did we stop? 153 or 183?
153, uncle. We have to start from 153.
Yeah, okay. So now the koshas is taking 154. Annamaya kosha first. Deha ayam anna bhavanaha annamayastu koshaha cha anena cha annena jivati vinashyati tadvihinaha. अन्नेन जीवति तद्विहीनः विनश्यति त्वक् चर्म मांस रुधिर अस्थि पुरीशराशि न अयं स्वयं भवितुमर्हति नित्यशुद्धः. All the time you are saying, right, I am fat, I am lean, I am black, I am white, right? All the time. I am comfortable, I am not comfortable, I am bored, I will die, right? I am suffering. What do you mean when you said all this? I am, I am, I am. You have identified with the body. Because body only has pain or comfort. Body only is fat or lean. Body is only fair or unfair. Right? Fair or dark, sorry. So, this body, you have identified. Shankara, out of compassion, lashes a loving whip. How you can humiliate yourself so badly? You are this. Don't you know what it is? It is made up of food. And it becomes food for others when you die. It cannot live without food. It's made up of food, becomes food for worms later. Annamaya. And what is it? Twak, skin. Charma, the inside layer. Mamsa, flesh. Rudira, blood. Asti, bones. Purish Rashi, filth. How can you say, my child? How can you say you are this body? He says, Na ayam swayam bhavitum arhati. You cannot be this, my child. See how what a love, affection. You cannot be this. It's filled. How can you accept yourself to be filled? It's bones. It's flesh. And you become food to worms when you die. How can you be this? You cannot be this. So, Annamaya Kosha, you have to detach. And then some more slokas on Annamaya Kosha. Purvam jane athimruterapi na ayamasti jata kshanaha shano guno aneta swabhavaha naiko jadascha gatavat paridrushyamanaha swatma katham bhavati bhava vikara vetta. You are bhava vikara vetta. You are the witness of all changes. Bhava, that which comes into being. That which comes into being is called bhava. You are bhava vikara vetta. You are the witness of all that comes into being and changes. Right? How can you be this? Purvam janehe adibrutopi nayamasti. Before birth it was not there. After death it is not there. Jata kshanaha, fleeting, kshanagunu, ainagita swabhava. It doesn't have any standard or any dependable status. Anayata swabhava, fleeting. Na ekaha, truth God is infinite. Therefore, has to be one. Anything other than one is finite. This body has hands, legs, eyes, nose, etc. Na ekaha and jadaha. It is inert matter. Gatavat paridrishyamana. It's an object of your perception. You are the subject. Subject alone is eternal. Object is changing. You are the subject, sakshi, that is seen. You are druk, that is drushya. You are the seer, that is the seen. Gatavat, like a pot. And how can you claim yourself to be this and insult yourself? How can you insult yourself? He's asking. Pani, pada, adi, adiman dehu. Na atma vyangyo vijivana tat shaktehe anashatcha niyamyo na niyamyo niyamakaha. You are made up of this pani, hands, pada, feet, adi, etc., etc., etc. This cannot be atma. Why? Vyangyo vijivanat. Even when these limbs are cut, these limbs you lose, you still live. Hand is gone, leg is gone, but you are still living. Your vitality doesn't end with losing one part. Right? You are the ruler, ordiner. If you are there, they function. The body, mind, intellect, all the koshas. If life is there, they function. They cannot order you. They cannot make you do. You are the ruler. They are the ruled. How you call yourself this Atma? Deha tad dharma tad karma tad avasthadi sakshinaha tatayeva swataha siddham tad vailakshanyam atmanaha. You are different from this body because you are different from all their characteristics, that dharma, their activities, and you are their witness, sakshina, satayeva, tatasiddham. They are dependent on you, you are not dependent on them, therefore swatasiddha, and completely opposite in nature. They are perishable, you are imperishable. They are many, you are one. They are objects, you are the subject. How can you? They are the seen, you are the seer. How can you claim yourself to this filthy body? Stula Shari, Stula Rashi, स्थूल राशिर्भाष लिप्तो मलपूर्णो अति कश्मलः कथं भवेदयं वेत्ता स्वयं एतद् विलक्षणः. स्थूल राशि, you are made up of all these gross elements. Mamsaliptaha. Sthula Rashihi Mamsaliptaha. That is, you are made up of this gross body, which is flesh, Mamsa, Mala, your fecal matter. Mala Purnaha, Ati Kashmalaha, Kashmalaha, Kashmalam. Right? Extremely impure. Extremely impure. Katham Bhavedayam. Why? How can you call yourself I am this body? It is thulam, grass, mamsam, flesh, and malapurnaha, fecal matter, kashmalaha, impure. Katham bhavedayam. How can you be this? Why? Vetta, you are the knower of that. You are the subject. Swayam etad vilakshanaha. All your qualities, all your lakshanas are different from them. Lakshanas are different from those lakshanas. Therefore, vilakshanaha. Tvam mamsa medo asti purisharasha aham matim mooda janaha karoti. Vilakshanam veti vicharashilaha nijaswarupam paramartha bhutam. What are you and what you introduce yourself to be? You are that paramartha bhutam. You are that absolute reality in your real nature, nijaswarupam. You are the knower, veti, vicharashilaha. You are the one capable of inquiry. And that tvam mamsa meda asti purisharasha aham iti mudajana. Only stupid people can say this body to be me, aham. Dehoha mityesha jadasya buddhi dehe cha jive vidushatvaham di viveka vijnana vato mahatmano brahmahamiti brahma mityeva matihi sadatmani. Grossest of the fellows say, I am this body. Some people, they say, I am in this body. Only the Viveka Vijnanis will say, I am Brahman. I am neither in the body, nor I am the body. I am that one non-dual Brahman. This is what Hanumanji said to Sri Rama. Deha buddhya tava daso, jiva buddhya todam shaka, atma buddhya tomeva. There are some interpretations which we should not authoritatively say because others should also accept it. So, the first is duality, deha, tava dasaha. Next is tava amshaha, right? Amsha, amshi. The last is swarupa lakshana. You and I are the same, right? Atratma buddhim yajaj muda buddhehe tvam mam samedo asti puri sharasho sarvatmani brahmani nirvikalpe kurushva shanti paramam bhajas. Shift your attention from this fecal matter. Focus on to that truth that you are. That's the essence of that sloka. Shift your attention from this fecal matter. Kurushva shanti paramam bhajasva. Bhajasva, court. See that Paramatma, that Param, Supreme Brahman. Dehendriyada adau asati brahmodita vidvam ahamta na jahati yavate. Tavanna tasyasti umukti varta api astyeva vedanta nayanta darshi. A man who doesn't leave this sense of body, deha, indriya, adi, brahmodita, vidwan, ahamta najahati, when it doesn't leave it, tavat, that long, tasya asti, na will come later. Tavat, na tasya asti, tavat, na tasya asti, mumukti varta. Even the bird moksha or vimukti, liberation, is not there for him. This is a typical way of South Indian saying, right? Vimukti, na vimukti varta, right? So, because Shankaracharya is South Indian, so that typical way of saying that. And there is no question of you are reaching the ultimate of Vedanta goal. So mere book knowledge cannot help you. Mere book knowledge cannot help you. It doesn't help, doesn't matter. But it is very harmful. Mere book knowledge doesn't help is not that bad. A man who doesn't experience through that knowledge carries that knowledge only. That knowledge harms him. Because ordinary man doesn't have ego, and when he is hurt, an ordinary man, when he is hurt, when he gets into mess, when he gets problems, right? He can seek solution in Vedanta. He can seek solution in Vedanta. And if somebody has taken Vedanta itself as granted, where will he seek solution? If you have a problem, you can seek solution in Vedanta. If you have taken Vedanta itself granted, where will you go? Chaya sharire pratibimba gatre yaswapna dehe hrudi kalpitangi yadhatma buddhi tabanasti kachit jiva sharire cha tathaiva mastu. Just as your dream body, dream world is not real, same status for this waking body and waking world. Should not identify. You don't identify with your dream body, so also you should not identify with this waking body. देहात्म धीरेव नृणाम असध्ययाम जन्मादि दुःख प्रभवस्य बीजं यतस्ततः त्वं जहितां प्रयत्नात् किक्ते तु चित्ते न पुनर्भवाशा. If you do not want to again be born as the stupid ego going through the mill of life, the source of all that, the seed, is this Dehatma Bhava. You should renounce that notion that I am this body. Once you do that, you will not be reborn again to go through this helpless, slavish life. Now, that is Annamaya Kosha. Next layer is Pranamaya Kosha. कर्मेन्द्रिये हि पंचविरंचितोयं प्राणो भवेत् प्राणमयस्तु कोशः येनात्मवान् अन्नमयो अनुपूर्णः प्रवर्ततेषु सकलक्रियासु. Annamaya down. Next is Pranamaya. From top also, same thing. When you come from top also, Annamaya, Pranamaya. That means what? Annamaya is outside. Pranamaya is inside. Therefore, Annamaya pervades this Pranamaya. Annamaya pervades this Pranamaya. So that's what it says. Tena eva purnaha. Annamayo anupurnaha. Pravartate sakala kriyashu. This vital air sheath is responsible for all our physiological activities. What is that made up of? Karmendriyahi, the 5 organs of action. Panchavihi ranchitoyim pranaha. bhavet pranamaya kosha. The pranas, the 5 pranas, along with the 5 organs of action, is called pranamaya kosha. Naivatmavevi pranamayo vayu vikaro ganta aganta vayu vadantam bahireshaha yasmat kinchit kvapi na veti ishtam anistam swam panyam va kinchana nityam paratantraha. See, this Kaushalya has been telling people, he talks, his Sanskrit is very bad. Array, 80% good, you appreciate that. 20% bad, why are you worried? Okay.
Whatever you say is Sanskritam, uncle.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Naivatma api pranamayo vayu vikaraha. This is also a modification of air. How do you call this Atma to be pranamaya? It's just a modification of pranas. Ganta, aganta, goes and comes. Goes out, comes in. This prana. What comes in, what goes out, cannot be you. What changes cannot be you. And this prana doesn't know ishtam, anistam, likes and dislikes. And it's continuously changing. Little run fast, the breathing is fast. Tension, breathing is fast. Right? And this is dependent on others. There is a beautiful sloka in Kathopanishad. People think they are living by this prana. That they think is the self. Prana is the self or Atma. Kathopanishad says, na pranena, na apanena, jivati, martyaha, kachana. This individual martya does not live upon prana or apana. Itarena tu jivati, etasmin, etau upasritau. He lives by some other factor on which these pranas depend. Prana and apana. That is the life principle, not this prana and apana. Now, manomaya kosha. Jnanendriyani cha manascha manomaya syat kosho mamahamiti vastu vikalpa hetu sanyadi veda kalana kalitu baliyam baliyaha tat purva kosha abhipuryam vijrumbhute yaha. Just like pranamaya kosha is pervaded by annamaya kosha, manomaya kosha is pervaded by pranamaya kosha. Pervaded means outside. Inside means subtle. Outside means gross. Body is gross. Next is prana, because you can see both. Mano, you can feel yourself. So it's subtle. Vijnana is even subtler. So the gross is outer. First is annamaya, then pranamaya, and then manomaya. Therefore, this is inside the pranamaya. Pranamaya pervades it. Jnanendriyani, what is it made up of? 5 organs of perception and mind. 5 organs of action plus 5 pranas is called pranamaya kosha. 5 organs of perception and the mind, along with that's also divided into 4. Mano, buddhi, ahakara, chitta. With all that, it's called manomaya kosha. And what does it do? Mama, aham, iti, mama, mind, aham, I, vastu, vikalpa hetu. Its job, this mind job, is to create differences. Continuously create differences. It sustains and survives only by these. Sanya, the Veda Kalana Kalito Baliya. Its major job and work is to label everything, give a name, good, bad, right? Clean, impure. All these labels are by the mind. And that also Purva Kosha Abhipuryam. It is pervaded by the Purva Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha. Panchendriyahi, Panchivireva Hotrubi, Panchiyamano, Prachiyamano, Vishayajidharaya, Jadvalyamano, Bahuvasa Nendhanai, Manomaya Agni, Vahati, Prapancham. This Manomaya Agni, this Prapancham, it holds, it manifests, it supports. And what is this Manomaya? He now takes the analogy of our rituals, yajna, and says, Panchendriyahi, Panchaviruhu, the 5 organs of perception are the 5 priests. And they are feeding Prachiyamano Vishayajidharaya through the ghee of sense objects. The ghee that is poured is the sense objects. The people that pour are the 5 senses. Jajalyamano Bahuvasana Indane. And what is the fuel? Samiti Vasanas. And it shines bright. Jajalyamano Bahuvasana Indane. Manomayo Agni Vahati Prapancham. This Manomaya supports our Prapancham. Why is it called Prapancham? Everything Pancha, Pancha, Pancha. Panchabhutas, Panchavayus, Panchendriyas, Karmendriyas, Panchagnanendriyas, Panchatanmatras, all Pancha, Pancha, Pancha. Therefore, it's called Prakarshena Panchaha, Prapanchaha. Nahyasti avidya manasovati ritta. Manohi avidya bhavabandha hetu. Tasmin vinaste sakalam vinastam. Vijrumbate asmin sakalam vijrumbate. We've been talking of avidya, avidya, avidya. This avidya is nothing but your own mind. Why? It is this mind that creates plurality. This plurality that is created covers the self, and that becomes the avidya. The plurality, the multiplicity covers the self, and this plurality is created by the mind. Therefore, the mind itself is avidya. There is nothing other than that. So, we are talking of end the avidya. How will you end the mind? Avidya and mind are not two different things. And that is the cause for your bondage and for your release. Both for your bondage and release, this Manomaya Kosha. Right? Manayeva Karanam Bandha Moksha Yohu. Mind alone is the cause for your bondage and liberation. And it will come in the next verse. What type of mind causes bondage? What type of mind causes liberation? It will come little later. Swapne arthashunye srujati sushaktya bhoktradi vishvam manayeva sarvam tathaiva jagratyapi no visheshaha that sarvam etan manaso vijrumbhanam. Just as in your dream, without any material, this mind creates a world without any material. Same thing in waking. It appears there is material. While you were dreaming, that appeared there was material. While you were dreaming, it all appeared to be real with material. So also, while you are in this waking, everything appears real. When you wake up to the next dimension, you will see this also nothing but whole thing is a bluff. And the bluff is called mind. Tasman manaha कारणमस्य जन्तोः बन्धस्य मोक्षस्य च वा विधानि बन्धस्य हेतुः मलिनं रजोगुणं मोक्षस्य शुद्धं विरजस्तमस्. What is the cause of bondage of this mind? Malinam, impure mind, means rajas and tamas more, sattva less. What is the cause of moksha? Virajas, free from rajas. Rajas means rajoguna, you all know that. Dynamic, active, restless. But there is a implied thing. Rajas is dust, that which covers, one meaning. Second mean, Rajas is shining. Right? That's why Raja. Rajas is shining. Raja. All these problems come because you want to project your ego. Rajas, shining. Rajas, project your ego. So that's why it's called Rajas. And the pure mind, free from Rajas, is the cause of freedom. Malina Pradhana, Malina Sattva. Mind is called bondage. Viveka Vairagya Gunati Reka Suddhatvam Asadya Mano Vimuktyehi Bhavati Ataha Buddhimato Mumuksho Tabhyam Drudabhyam Bhavitavyam Agri. When this mind has been made pure through Viveka and Vairagya, and it becomes fit for liberation, at that time it becomes fit for liberation. And these two must, what? Viveka and Vairagya, must be strengthened by one who wants to get liberated from the... What is this liberation? You all know it. I have told also many times. I just want to know the implication of this bondage. Is there one person in the world who doesn't know spirituality? The richest man, free from wants, free from dependency, the most powerful man in the whole world. With one button, he can destroy the world. Is he free from dependency, free from wants? That's called bondage. Never, never, never through external things you will ever be free. Only through the masterliness of your own self, asserting, this I am, you will be free. Manonam Nama Mahavyagro Vishayaranya Bhumishu Charatyatra Nakachantu Sadhavo Ye Mumukshavaha. Mumukshavaha, oh people seeking liberation, sadhus, don't go there. There's a tiger roaming there. It will swallow you. What is that tiger? Manonama Vyagraha. It's the tiger named as the mind. That is, will swallow you. Do not ever get into that trap. Anaprasute Vishya Naseshan Stulatmana Sukmataya cha Bhuktuhu Shirila Varnashrama Jati Bhedat Punakriya Hetu Phalanini. This mind does mischief with all the different sense objects, gross and subtle. And this also is the cause for differences like Varna, Ashrama, Jati, and all that. Guna, Kriya, good, bad, etc. Efficient, not efficient, all these are caused by this mind. Right? And therefore, that's the thing that causes the sorrow. Hence, do not go there. This mind, the Vyagra, will swallow you. Asangati dhruva mamum vimokhya kehendriya prana gunaihi nibadhya aham mameti Brahmayati ajasram manaha swakrutyeshu palopa bhuktishu. This mind makes you constantly experience your prarabdha karmas through your vasanas gathered in the past, and all the time wander. I, mine, and all that. Right? And that you have to detach. Detach. Asanga chid drupa mamam vimokhya. So detach from this which binds you through the body, sense organs, pranas, etc. अध्यास दोषात् पुरुषस्य संस्कृतिः अध्यास बन्धस् त्वमनैव कल्पितः रजस्तमो दोषवतोः अविवेकिनो जन्मादि दुःखस्य निदानमेत. This mind is the cause of your superimposition adhyasa, and therefore bondage and transmigration. And for a man who is tainted with this rajoguna and tamoguna, naturally he cannot discriminate properly. And when you can't discriminate properly, you are in sorrow. Because what did Gurudev say? Grief is the language of delusion. Grief is the language of delusion. When you see things differently, then you experience grief. That which makes you see things differently is this mind. How? Adhyasa. What is adhyasa? Superimposition. What is superimposition? Now, I am this body. When you say, no, you don't say I am this body. I am Hemachandrudu. What did I said? I am Hemachandrudu. Hemachandrudu is this form. Right? So I am the Atman. Atman is this form, Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha has no amness. I am. It has no life to say. And I am, this Satchidananda has no form. I am has no form. The body, the form, has no life. Now together, this I am borrows the characteristics of the body and says, I am this name or fat or lean. Right? So, Anyonya Adhyasa, mutual superimposition, trying to borrow the characteristics of the other and get mixed up. Yesterday we gave the example of Tapta Ayah Pindavati, like the hot fireball. Fire, it never has a shape. And it's called fireball because fire has pervaded iron ball. Iron ball. Iron has no heat or light. Iron has borrowed heat or light from fire. Fire has borrowed the form from iron ball. This is called adhyasa. This is called adhyasa. Adhyasa, adhyasa doshat purushasya samskriti. Adhyasa bandhas tvamanaiva kalpitah. Rajastamo doshavato avivekino janmadi dukkasya nidan. This superimposition of yourself on this body is the cause of all your transmigrations and all your sorrows. The feeling that I am this body is the cause of all that. Ataha, therefore, prahuhu mano avidyam panditaha tattvadarshinaha yenaiva brahmyate vishwam vayuneva vayunevabhramandalam. Just like the breeze, takes the clouds everywhere, just like the clouds are tossed by the breeze. This mind, which is nothing but avidya, makes you go from experience to experience. It makes you go from experience to experience. This mind, like the wind takes the cloud from place to place. Tan manas shodhanam karyam prayatnena mukchuna vishuddhe sati chetaha asmin muktihi karapalayate. One who inquires what is this mind through effort by the one who wants liberation, for him liberation is like the gooseberry on fruit on the hand. He can clearly see that. One who starts inquiring. Our Ramana Bhagavan gives a beautiful example. Pishachavad Dhavati. You see in a post a ghost, and when you take light, the ghost has run away. Similarly, all this false hallucination, adhyasa, will run away like a ghost once you start inquiring. Mokshek sakya visheshu ragam nirmulya sanyasya sarva karma satyadhyaya yaha sravanadi nishtu rajasva bhavam dunoti baddhi. This rajas and tamas should be removed through Sravana Manana Nidhyasa, etc. If you have any desire for moksha, you have to also detach from raga attachment to Vishayas. Nirmulya, totally. Asanga sastrena drudena chitva. Sanyasya sarva karma. Or desire, renouncing all egoistic karmas. Egocentric, desire prompted karmas. Manomayo napi bhavet paratma. Manomayo na api bhavet paratma. He adyantavat parinami bhava. It has a beginning and an end, and it is also subject to change, and therefore it cannot be paratma. Manomayo na api bhavet paratma. Dukkhatmakatvad vishayatva hetu. This manomaya is the cause of all your sorrows. Drashtahi drushya atmataya na drushta. This is seen. This object. Drashta, the drushya, and you are the drashta. You are the drashta, the seer. The mind is drushya. Subject and object can never be the same. Drushya is eternal. Drashta changes. Sorry, drushya is changing. Drashta is eternal. Drushya is changing. Drashta is eternal. You are the drashta. This mind is drushya. Mind is drushya. Next is Vijnanamaya Kosha. We will see on Friday. Om Purnamada Purnamadam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari Om. That which is there in the beginning and the end is Satyam. Lalita was there in the beginning and is in the end, so Satyam. Right? In between she goes, doesn't matter. Hari Om, all of you.